In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a turtle sandbox in SketchUp for Schools. To do so, we will first start with the circle tool, which we can find by clicking on these three little dots at the bottom of the toolbar on the left side. So you click on those three little dots and then select the circle tool. Then, where this blue line, the green line, and the red line all come together is called the origin. We're going to let the pencil snap to the origin. You're going to press down to click with the touchpad on your Chromebooks and then release, as in click and let go. So we're not holding the touchpad down. You're just going to take your finger and move it across the touchpad out here so that the pencil is somewhere on the green line. It can be anywhere. It could be all the way down here this close. It could be all the way out here, as long as it's on the green line and says on green axis. Then, without touching the touchpad, you're going to type 36. So we'll type 36 and press enter on your Chromebook's keyboard. And what that does is that is going to give you a 6-foot diameter circle where the 36 was for the radius, which is half of the diameter of a circle. We're going to keep this guy Casey here, but we're going to move him out of the way. We're going to keep him for purpose of scale so we can see how big our sandbox is. So that 4-way arrow tool is our move tool. You can just click on Casey and drag him around. Let's just put him over there. Then I'm going to go back to the select tool, which is this arrow, to deselect the move tool. Next, we're going to go over here to the menu on the right to scenes, and it's the film clapboard, or the movie clapboard is the icon that identifies scenes. We're going to click on it, and then we want standard views, and we want to start with our top view. And then we could work with this, but it's going to be a lot easier if we zoom in. So I'm going to zoom in on this little spot right here. So I'm going to put my cursor right here and take two fingers and just, I'm on a Mac, so I pull down, but I think on the Chromebook you're going to push up. But either way, with two fingers you push and pull up and down, it'll zoom you in or out. We're going to return to the circle tool, and we're going to start up here, and by taking the intersection between the circle we've already drawn and this green axis, we're going to click right there where it says endpoint. We're going to release the mouse or release the touchpad, take your pencil and put it right down. You could follow this line out. We're not clicking and dragging, but we're going to put your pencil on the next endpoint and click. And what that does is it makes a circle the exact size of these two line segments. And then we can zoom out and zoom in where this dotted red line intersects our circle, and we're going to click once on the endpoint, release the touchpad, then put our mouse or our pointer or the pencil on the next endpoint and click, zoom out. Let's do down here where this dotted green line crosses our circle. Click, release the touchpad, put your pencil on the next endpoint and click. Finalizes that circle. I don't know the actual size of these circles, and it doesn't matter because they're all going to be the same size because each of these line segments is the same all the way around the circle. So if each of our circles is precisely two line segments, they're all going to be equal size. Then I'm going to zoom out a little bit and reposition so that I'm over here, because we are going to start drawing the turtle's head, or the sandbox's head, by finding this point that's in between this circle and this circle. So if you look, there's 1, 2, 3 of these dots. It's going to be the second one from either side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Either way, it's the one in the middle. You'll know if you miss it. If you click on the wrong one, it'll be pretty obvious. You click on that endpoint, release the touchpad, and then you could go down to this circle or up to this circle. It doesn't matter either way. And you click there and release, and now we have the head for our sandbox. In the next step, we're going to take the eraser tool and erase all the lines we don't need, which would be this line. We're going to zoom in, again push or pull with 2 fingers on the touchpad. I'm going to get rid of where this circle right here overlaps. I'm going to get rid of the leg or the foot, not the part of the head. I'm going to get rid of that one. We're going to get rid of this inside part. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Then I got to zoom way out and then zoom back in again down here on the bottom to get this one. Okay. So that's the basic outline right now. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to go back to these 3 dots at the bottom of the toolbar and find the offset tool. The offset tool is right here. It's got a red arrow and then 2 parallel, basically half circles. What that allows us to do is duplicate a shape by making a new copy, either bigger or smaller. In this case, we're going to click here on this outside edge, click and release, and when I move my mouse to the center, it's going to duplicate the shape of the line that I've on. And I'm just going to move my mouse towards the middle. It doesn't matter whether you're here or all the way in here. When we type 6 and press enter on your keyboard, it will make that offset 6 inches thick. Okay. Now we're going to go back to ISO view over here from standard views, and going to zoom out a little bit and then zoom in down here so it helps me recenter. And now we're ready to start using the push-pull tool over here to pull these shapes up. So with the push-pull tool, I'm going to click on this part that we just used to offset, click and release. I'm going to pull my mouse up. As long as you've released after you initially clicked, it doesn't. You could do this all day long, and when you stop, we can still make that a particular height. I'm going to type in 12 and press enter, and then we can click and pull this up to that line. And we could do it again here. Now we got to use the orbit tool over here on the left to pull this one up. We'll pull the head up to match, and we'll use our orbit tool again. Use the push-pull tool. We'll pull this up to match. And if you wanted to, this step is optional, but if you wanted to, you could take the eraser tool and clean it up a little bit. And actually, we could have erased that line before we pulled those sides up. And that's where I'm going to stop for now in this video. And we will add some color, the sand, and the beach ball in another video.